This film has a hair dick. That's it, that's the video. You can all go home. Okay, no, if I have to watch hair dick, you have to watch hair dick. Sit down. Our movie opens with a guy who I can only describe as an extra from Erie, Indiana.
Hello.
And sort of brings us into the scene where we have a half-naked woman, so of course she's gonna die, although she kind of deserves to for those glasses, because I think Jessica Fletcher might want them back. And then, of course, she's dead. Well deserved. The boyfriend, who is the most misogynistic a-hole I have ever encountered in a B-movie, he opens with this line.
Baby, you left your bloody tampon hanging out of the trash. You know how queasy I get when I see... What, did your pussy explode?
And then he dies, and no one is sad about it. And then we cut back to Erie, Indiana guy, who it turns out is some kind of movie wizard with a magic clapperboard. And what he does is he claps his little clapperboard and he makes the movie script that you're trying to make into reality. A little bit like that girl, what with the pencil, you know, Pippa, Poppy, pencil, Pippa, Pippi Longstocking, I want to say. Is that what it was called? I'm old. The next scene, we finally meet our main characters, or at least one of our main characters, called Matthew, who wakes up out of bed realizing he's horribly late for work, everything is going wrong, he spills cereal on his crotch, his mom will not stop calling.
Matthew, call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call me. Call.
Oh, and he has some really weird neighbor named Josh who absolutely belongs on a register. So why is he having such a bad day? Well, the first thing is that he is hideously unprepared for a really important interview that's going to get him a promotion in the film company where he worked.
That's a joke. I'm funny.
The reason his mum was calling was because his brother was due to be in town and they do not get along. To say that they're estranged would be a complete understatement. And then, Jason.
Who the fuck is Jason?
Jason is Matthew's estranged brother, and he has a hair dick.
Nice hair dick.
Oh, thanks.
It's precious and must be protected at all costs. So after Jason makes his way from, I'm assuming the airport somehow, all the way to his brother's house, Matthew pulls up in an Uber and sees creepy Josh molesting a lawn flamingo for reasons known to only him and Jesus. And when he gets in, he finds his brother Jason sleeping on the porch. So it turns out that Jason, who still lived at home with his parents despite being the older brother, got kicked out. Mum gave him like plane ticket money and sent him to live with his brother. And this apparently is Matthew's worst nightmare. Just like, I think he would rather have Ebola than live with his brother. It's that bad. So anyway, one of the reasons that Jason is specifically excited to be in Hollywood is because he is, of course, as we all are, a fan of silly shark films. However, him and his brother, when they were younger, were working on a shark film called Sharks Out of Water, and it's Jason's dream to kind of finally finish what the two brothers started a long time ago. Of course, Matthew is not interested. He's like, get away from me, hair dick, I don't want anything to do with you. And then, for reasons that I will never understand, movie Gandalf butt slides into frame. I can only assume that he was doing this to avoid the clutches of creepy Josh, but we will never know.
Hey, neighbor!
And then, you know, movie Gandalf does his little clapperboard thing, and all of a sudden, we black out. When everybody wakes up, creepy Josh has got a colander on his head. Is he okay?
You know, you walk out the door, you see someone that you know, and they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
He's screaming about sharks, and of course everyone's just like, what are you talking about, you madman? And he's just kind of screaming like,
When I saw a shark coming right for me, it tried to eat me.
We can only hope, Josh. We can only hope. Okay, so later that night, Matthew and Jason are watching a film about a guy who's swimming quite peacefully with a mako shark with some unnecessarily intense music over the top of it. And Matthew gets bored, I guess, and starts to go do some laundry. While he's in there, he suddenly gets attacked by this rampaging great white shark that's just swimming through the air. One thing I love about this film is how the music is completely juxtaposed juxtaposed. Is completely juxtaposed with what's going on. So we've got this rampaging dance track over the fact that, like, Matthew's just there, like, casually holding the door shut with this tiny hook. I mean, he's just there, just showing up, like, can I interest you in our Lord and Savior, Sharktopus? Matthew runs into Warren, Jason of course, and then they run off to find a phone and some transport, I guess. And then movie Gandalf comes back, but they plow into him, and oh no, they break the magic clapboard. Oh no, whatever could happen now?
You poisoned us or something!
Oh, no, sir. I haven't poisoned anybody in years.
Okay, this man definitely has at least 3 ex-wives in a basement somewhere. At least. And then I've got in my notes, suddenly singing.
Broken.
The clapperboard is broken.
The clapperboard is broken.
The clapperboard is broken. The clapperboard is broken. The clapperboard is broken.
The clapperboard is... Which is a real tragedy.
Okay, I've got a little time frame in my notes and I have no idea what exactly it means, but I've got a time marker and the words, I have no precursor to this. This is my favorite moment in the whole movie. This would definitely be me. And I can't remember what it was. So I'm going to put it in after I'm done yapping and we'll all be highly surprised by whatever it is. Was that interesting? What was that? What just happened? Someone tell me. So after movie Gandalf gives them a rundown of why they're all going to die in actual bullet points in midair.
Someone died? Oh, cool.
The guys are pelting down the road, running for their life in the emptiest city I've ever seen. I mean, is everybody dead? But the shark is just like kind of chilling, he's going down the road. It's a bit of an It Follows moment. It's like, I'm going to catch them no matter where they go. I'll just render in, like, hi. Actually, no, that would be horribly terrifying. So for whatever reason, they run past hundreds, if not thousands, of cars, phones, help, probably a number of police stations as well, to go to Matthew's old job, the film studio. Jason gets there and has an absolute freak out when he finds out they make shark films.
Do you guys make shark movies here?
There, which is all kinds of endearing, but now is really not the time, Jason. You're all about to die. Emma, their co-worker, of course, doesn't really believe them.
What the hell are you talking about?
But is still willing to help this mental breakdown that her co-worker is having. And Jason suddenly has this epiphany.
Of course it hasn't ended yet. Matthew, this is our movie and we need to get to the beach!
He realizes that because the shark is the product of their imagination, of their movie, and I've hit the microphone, I'm very sorry. And the only way to get rid of it, therefore, is to complete the movie and kind of, you know, bring it all full circle. I'm actually starting to think that Jason might be the brains of this operation. That's why his hair dick is so big. It's full of secrets.
What do you mean, shitty?
Oh my god, I forgot that guy was even here. Emma goes back to work, and then the shark eating some random co-worker who we will never learn the name of. So as this massive digital great white shark comes round the corner, Emma's screaming, it goes black. Why? Dancing. Lots and lots of dancing.
No.
So much dancing. For whatever reason, they tell movie Gandalf to go away, and so he disappears in numerous puffs of smoke, which honestly, that made me laugh. That was really, really funny. So the big shark, the one that we thought had eaten Emma, turned out didn't eat Emma. It basically downloaded the internet, including all of the adult stuff as well. Don't ask questions, just go with it. And it turns out that the shark seems to be female.
My creators needed a villain for their script.
And she is pissed. She is annoyed, children. She is bored of the fact that humans... Why did I say it like that? That humans are destroying the reputations of sharks by making movies like this.
This cannot stand.
And so then at some point, this big mama shark, she makes real the 3 plagiarized sharks that she stole from Matthew for her own financial gain. And they just become these ridiculously adorable little things. I mean, they are ridiculous. I want to fill my entire apartment with them. I want them to give me away at my wedding, and when I die, I want to be buried in a coffin made of their pixels. So then the 2 brothers, Matthew and Jason, get into a bit of an argument. Bear in mind, they've not spoken for quite some time, and it seems like almost like Matthew got slightly better treatment.
Dad was right. You are a lost cause.
He got sent to a private school, he got more opportunities from his parents, and Jason didn't because he's a bit of a bum and he doesn't really try.
He wanted me to get the hell away from your influence. You abandoned me.
And either way, they walk off in separate directions. Matthew decides he's going to go home, and Jason says no, he's going to go to the beach, he's going to finish this film, he's going to finish what he started. And then we get a weird intermission with dancing. So much dancing. The drugs that this film is on drugs. Okay, and now we're back, and Jason, having stolen a sketch from Emma's desk that Emma stole from Matthew, as you do, Hollywood, looks up and Blue is there. I think his name's Blue. He's like this kind of goofy beach ball of a shark. And then for no reason whatsoever, we get this guy. Anyway, he dies and it's glorious. I honestly can't remember why this happened, but Jason goes back, somehow manages to find Matthew and punches a shark in the face to rescue him because Matthew's not paying any attention. Seriously, Jason got done dirty in that family. And just when you thought matters could not get any worse, Josh is still alive. He is hyped off his tits on painkillers, but he offers the guys a ride to the beach. Even though no one actually says, hey, let's go to the beach, he just pulls up in this 4x4 with a bandage around his head like, yeah, let's go to the beach.
Who wants a cane pillar? Let's go!
I don't know, I don't understand. I've stopped asking questions at this point. Meanwhile, Mama Shark is still rendering, and frankly being a bit of a harpy to Emma, who is just trying to help.
I no longer have use for you. Okay, time out.
Eventually, she kind of gets bored and swims off, sparing Emma's life, and Emma realizes that she can't get on the phone to Matthew because he broke his phone. Spoiler alert, by the way. We don't actually see her again for the rest of this movie, so I don't know where she went. Where did she go? Creepy Josh then drops them off at the beach, gives an enigmatic speech before being eaten again as nature intended.
I believe in you! You can do anything! You're gonna smack the shit out of that hornet's nest! Once and for all! Good luck, brothers! Ah!
Jason and Matt get onto the beach, where they realise that the smaller sharks are a bit scared of the notebook, probably because it's kind of like their Bible, it is what created them, and so if they kind of bat at the sharks with the notebook, they swim away all kind of freaked out. However, Mama Shark's here, fully rendered and looking like a Mad Max reject. And she basically bitch slaps Matthew and makes him drop the notebook. Meanwhile, the blue shark and the red shark, I believe, have both kind of tag teamed Jason, and they have him by the arm so he can't get away. Interestingly, the mama shark refers to Jason as her creator. So Jason's theory that he had earlier about their being gods and everything was completely true. So she then says that she's going on some sort of rampage to kill all the writers who behave this way. I don't know what Selfie Guy did to deserve that, but alright then. So Matthew, of course, following on from Jason's theory that if they finish the story, they'll save the day, grabs the Hollywood pen that I completely forgot to mention earlier in the movie.
Cool.
It was a thing. It was very exciting. And basically just scrawls out a quick ending to this film. And then he runs at Mama Shark and it goes black because we don't have the budget for that today, lads. After the blackout, the boys wake up back at the apartment like they did the first time they woke up after movie Gandalf butt slid into frame, if you remember. So now they're kind of like, oh, like Wizard of Oz, kind of like, what was that? Like, you were there and you were there? Unfortunately, Josh is still with us. He just refuses to die. He remembers everything as well. So they kind of realize, this was actually a thing. The reason that Josh is here is because he's delivering a shark box, which he is way too excited about.
Shark box! Shark box!
Shark box! We then find out the actual reason why Jason's dad kicked him out. Jason's dad gave him $5,000 to kind of start his life, fly the nest, be an adult, and Jason didn't do that. Instead, he bought 987 copies of a film poster.
987 posters!
For a film he hadn't even written yet. Oh, and Josh gets eaten by hornets. Best ending ever. We do, of course, get a post-credit scene, which is a pretty cool thing, where the guys are talking to Emma, who did survive and still exists in this universe. She also remembers it, and now she has a tiny CGI shark buzzing around her apartment that she cannot get rid of. And it turns out that movie Gandalf, this sneaky little hobbit, had lots of clapperboards because the magic was in here all along. Does anyone else want to punch him? Kind of want to punch him. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that. That was my first video on this channel, kind of getting used to this, so by all means please leave me a comment to let me know what you think, or if you have a film that you think would be fitting for this channel. If you've made a film that you think would be fitting for this channel, please let me know and I'll take a look at it. Outside of that, please subscribe if you like what you see and give it a thumbs up to help the algorithm, I guess. Bye!